Bop, bop, bop. Art Collins with you. Got a 2-day trade to show you here with some exciting numbers. Utilizes something that we've looked at frequently, so-called cups and caps. But today the application works in reverse. All right. Chew on that for a second. I'll make it clearer to you as we go here. Set your charts to daily, day session only, 8:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. Central. Now, I've done different versions on what makes cups and caps. The ones that I generally use involves both the highs, lows, and closes. In this example, a cap is a 3-bar pattern. We're only talking the highs. The highest high is in day 2 or the middle day. And a cup is a 3-day pattern where the middle bar is the lowest low. Day 2 low. Following a 3-day cap pattern, buy the next open. Okay, now remember, usually it's a cup pattern that makes us buyers. But for this 2-day system, the opposite works, as you sometimes see. And following a 3-day cap pattern, buy the next open plus 66% of the 3-day average range on a stop. Okay? So you're taking the average 3-day range and you're figuring out 66% of it. And when you see the opening, you add that amount and buy it higher on a stop. Following a 3-day cup pattern, you sell short the open minus 66% of that same amount, 3-day average range on a stop. And you hold the trade overnight. And then on day 2, you exit in one of 3 ways. And by the way, this is something that I traded myself for years, this 3-way exit. I had several 2-day systems, and I actually used it to success. So keep that in mind too. All right, so if you're long, you can sell day 1's high. Or if you're short, you can buy to cover day 1's low on limit orders. It's an old Larry Williams trick. His come on was, how would you like to sell the high of the day or buy the low of the day? And rather than thinking that was a cheap come on, I thought it was a pretty useful tool. We just do it one day later. Okay, the other way you can get out is on stops. If you're long, put your stop up 1 tick under day 1's low, and if you're short, put it 1 tick over day 1's high. And if you're not filled either way, in the second day, you exit on the day 2, 3 p.m. day session close. So, here you have a cap. Technically, you have a cup also. Well, why are we buyers today? Well, because it went 66% of this 3-day average range up off the opening rather than down. All right? So you buy here, and you hold it overnight, and you could have been a seller here on a stop. We wind up hitting our target side. We sell at day 1's high. Failure to do either, you would have been out on the close. Here you have a cup. Again, normally a buy signal, but not this time. So you sell on the open, minus 66% of the 3-day average range. And you would have had if it would have opened on day 2 within the day's range, you would have had a pretty narrow target. Sometimes that's just the way it is. You just accept it, luck of the draw. But in this case, it gave us the added benefit of gapping further down on the open and, in effect, became a market order. So You see this with overnight trades. Sometimes the wind is at your back. Sometimes it works against you, unfortunately. You do have increased risk with overnight if you're not going to utilize the overnights, if you're not going to put up stops in the overnight sessions. Anyway, this is what we get in the S&P from the beginning of 2015 through February 9th, 2021, $28,000 on 209 trades. Look at that percentage correct, 61%. $134 average trade. Again, there's no slippage in commission here, but, pretty much deduct whatever you think is fair. You're still going to get good numbers there. $11,737 worst drawdown gives you a 238% return on account. That's the amount your account would have increased had you started with your worst drawdown amount. And as always, we see corroboration in the other markets. Not much help in these last two, but at least it's confirming the bias. And these three markets, S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ, are all running pretty much neck and neck. Look at that NASDAQ average trade. Pretty phenomenal, huh? That's off $11,800 worst drawdown, $47,000 net profit. So, okay, Market Beaters is again available with a bonus Richard Dennis chapter. I'm very close also to releasing Beating the Financial Futures, the 2021 Almanac, and it's going to be just loaded with systems, folks. So watch for that too. And check me out here, and as always, I appreciate you joining me.